Okay, Mom.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We hope everybody's doing great. I know the Ramadan decorations are still up. Eid Mubarak, everyone.
Eid Mubarak.
We're like, we pre-record these, okay?
Yes.
So we're probably 3 weeks after Eid actually is taking place.
Yeah.
But, you know, we're closer to Buddy Eid now. So
Yeah.
Eid Mubarak
But
for the
technically,
second
we're
Eid.
like a few days from Eid. So right now, Eid has not happened.
Right now, we're still like waiting for those last, you know? That's why my Ramadan decorations are still up. It's all good. It's fine.
It's all good now, you know.
Anyways, Ramadan, Eid Mubarak to everyone.
Eid Mubarak.
Mubarak, Eid Mubarak,
Eid Mubarak.
Mubarak, Eid Mubarak.
Mubarak.
You know, growing up when Salman Khan came out with that song,
Yo.
that Eid Mubarak song,
I did not know the song. I was just rolling with the
girl,
tune.
it's an actual Bollywood song. And like Salman Khan is in it and he's wearing this like white shalwar kameez with this little like topi. And I was like, bro, this is serious representation on
that
Bollywood
is
right now.
wild. I've never heard of that. And I feel like we need to insert a clip right here.
Yeah, he goes, Assalamu alaikum. Assalam."
Oh my God.
You're listening to it on your drive home.
Oh my God. I'm definitely going to listen to it.
All right, y'all. You know what would be a great Eid gift?
Yes.
You knew it was coming. Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, guys.
Guys,
Come
tell a
on.
friend to tell a friend to tell an auntie to tell an uncle to tell a Facebook friend to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Pretty please. We are slowly making our way to 25K. If you guys already don't know, we are also on patreon.com/OKMom podcast, where you get an extra taste of OK Mom every Monday at 7 a.m. Make sure you are also following us on our socials, Instagram and TikTok. That's where we mostly do our questions of the week on Instagram. So this week, we had to change it up.
we are doing something really fun.
Yeah.
We've never done this before.
I've never done this before.
Okay. So this week, what we did is we asked our audience, what is your never have I ever moment? Okay. And you guys shared so many funny ones. And what we're going to do is we're going to read yours and then we're going to respond and share if we have or if we haven't.
Yeah. Or in some cases, I feel like we should act like the one or the other. Like, if, you know, like,
Yeah.
like, no, I've never done that, but I'll be like, oh, but what if?
Yeah.
And we
of
do some
course.
scenario-based never have I
Scenarios
ever.
are always happening.
Yeah.
Hello.
Also, guys, like, Hina, your nails are so gorgeous. Oh
Guys,
my gosh.
got my nails done for Eid Mubarak.
I love
got my
it.
nails done for Eid, and I'm very excited
What
because
is the color?
I'm not sure because like I'm gonna give you guys the tippiest tip of life. Russian manicures will change your life. Okay,
So I've
I don't know
heard.
what the color is, but this like it was a color with sparkle in it. Like it wasn't just like she added sparkle on top, and it's like a nude.
It's
A
gorgeous.
nude color. We went with the almond shape. God, I don't know why I'm doing this.
I love it so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks.
Don't look at mine.
Okay. So I read a few of them. Did you read any?
I didn't read any yet.
Okay, so they're actually very funny.
Okay, if you have some circles, you want to go first?
Some of these are crazy. What's wrong with you guys? Okay, I have a good one.
All right, go.
Never have I ever dated two sisters at the same time. Only one after the other. Is this something you need to be sharing with us? You know we can see your name, right? We can see your username.
Also, we know you did it at the same time. Okay, let's not play here. Let's not play.
Wild. Doing it at the same time?
Both sisters? You couldn't.
It's not possible.
You couldn't have enough of the Shaw sisters, eh? You needed both. One wasn't enough.
like there's no way. How you can't do that? It's not possible. Because the sisters would talk to each other unless they hated each other.
No, or the sisters are just keeping it under wraps. Like, I'm not ready to share yet. Or they'll be like, yeah, I'm talking to someone. And then they just don't spill the tea right away.
Okay, that is diabolical. Pagal ho gaye ho tum, honestly.
Or unless you played some games and you were like, hey, don't tell anyone yet.
Okay, but how do you, as a guy, like even as a girl, how do you get the courage to do something that crazy?
Hi, ek hi ghar mein.
Imagine you're like, yeah, I'm gonna come. Imagine you didn't know that they were sisters. Yo, imagine. Oh,
Yeah. Imagine you're at the masjid. Okay? You're about to walk in.
Yeah.
No, you're about to walk out. I'm going to change the scenario. You're about to walk out and you look over at your sister and you're like, let's go to Matari. I need a coffee. You're like, all right, cool. You go to Matari with your sister and he's standing right there in that coffee shop.
Oh my God.
And then what?
Oh my God.
Wait, did you get caught?
Oh my God.
Are you still dating them together?
You imagine you look at the guy and you're like, hey, like, what do you think about that guy? And the sister's like, oh, he's cute. But then the sister's like, by the way, we're going out. Oh my God. Matari isn't ready for that WWE match. No. Oh, Lord have mercy.
There's gonna be ice frappes everywhere.
I swear to God, some of these scenarios, I know what you're doing. Okay. You know what's going to happen. You know we're going to get intrigued. Why are you not sending us a full story on a DM?
Please DM us.
You can't just be like, never have I ever dated two sisters. One, but oh, I've only done that one after another. Brother.
Okay. Let's say you didn't date them at the same time, but you still dated them one after another. Seriously?
That's so gross.
That's so gross.
Oh my God.
Did the
'Cause,
sisters know?
Can I just say it's TMI, but like, let's just throw this out there. Let's say you dated one of the sisters and you're like making out with one of them. And then after that, you're making out with the other one.
Oh.
It's disgusting. This is disgusting behavior. This
Or
behavior is disgusting.
it worked out with one of the sisters and you're about to get married and the other sister's there in the room. Oh.
I just don't see how that would work. I don't understand it.
Why do I feel like this has happened to someone?
For sure. It happened to him?
No. I mean, like, you know, when you date like a girl or a guy and then it doesn't work out, but then all of a sudden you find their sibling attractive and then you try that and it works out.
Oh my God. That's the grossest thing ever, though. Okay. Well, weirder things have happened.
DM us the story.
Yeah,
please.
the other day I saw this girl and she had this weird habit of like she would eat no food. She would just eat ice cream bars all day long. That was her like addiction.
Actually?
I swear to God. That was her addiction and she would share it. Then there was the other girl who would like she would drink her pee. Like I'm not joking. That was her that was what they
Stop.
I'm not.
This is not real.
I'm not lying. It was on a TLC show. TLC be having the wildest, like most outrageous shows, okay?
What?
Because they know people like us are gonna be like, the fuck is this?
But also, clearly, that's what Hannah's doing in her free time. Gotta put that on.
It came up, okay? And yeah, I was like, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I can't
How
even
is she
say.
not sick? How is she not ill? Seriously, somebody.
I don't understand it myself. It was just
Also, ice cream bars?
out of control. And like she would have like 12 ice cream bars a day. 12, if not more. And she didn't eat food.
Yo, मेरे तो दांत हाथों में आ जाएंगे.
I
It's
gotta
too
send it to you
cold. I have
guys.
like teeth sensitivity.
Yeah, I mean everybody does it with
Yeah,
age. But
but-
like this show, it's called My Strange Addictions.
ooh.
I swear it's nasty, okay?
Like, eat some food, girl. Get some chicken in there.
Oh my God, it was weird.
Ugh.
So like, yeah, there's weird things that have happened. This is just
This is pretty weird, though.
It's weird. It's weird.
Let's not
Ajeeb
have
hai,
this
baat
kind of
bagat.
behavior in our community, y'all.
Oh my God, let's not have it in any
Okay.
community.
Never have I ever walked in to see aunties screaming at each other as well as doing afsos at the same time.
What? Okay, was it because there was like some internal family beefs and then they're also sad? So like they got there with the whole thing of like, I'm gonna be sad.
Okay.
But then they're also like, we got to solve the family trauma too today because we
But
just
it-
lost somebody.
Yehi mauka mila hai.
हाँ, कोइयों को यही मौके मिलते हैं. Let me tell you, like, I'm not joking. There are some of y'all, some of you's parents,
Listen,
no filter.
we can't find another time and place to have this conversation. You have to have that match right now.
Yeah, because you know what it is? The guilt eats them alive. So then they're like, नहीं आज मैं उधर जाके ना सारा कुछ ठीक करवाऊंगी अपनी जिंदगी में. Like, you know,
But
they
you know,
just do
way
that.
to make such a sad moment of people losing somebody in their life all about yourself.
That's how people are. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my God. Like we're talking about getting prepared to go to the funeral and you guys are out here having a brawl.
Bro, the body is right there and y'all are feuding in front.
And then also being like, वैसे बहुत अफसोस हुआ है.
I feel like the person that passed away is gonna get up and be like, "Can you shut the hell up and sit down?" Like,
Sari zindagi was
mourn
about
me.
you too.
Mourn me for God's sake.
इस वक्त में भी इन दोनों ने center of attention.
Yeah, I could see that happening in like really like, you know, there's some families that are very hostile. Like,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
this thing, they have this bimadi where it's like, I don't talk to this person forever. I don't talk to this person forever. But then when someone passes away, now all of a sudden we're bestie westies. Like that's literally what happens because then they come together and they're like, shit, life is very short. And then you're like, oh my God, let me solve my problem. And then one person's like, I'm going to be here, do a sauce and try to solve the issue. When I haven't seen this person since like 1963. Okay, but now I'm being the bigger person. आज मैं सब कुछ कह के ही जाऊंगी. Okay, so she's there being like अफसोस. The other one's like, oh, okay, so you didn't want to say anything to him when he was alive. All of a sudden now you're showing your damn booty. Now doing afsos with me, but he's gone. He's already gone. You know, those things can just, and everyone's so emotional anyway.
My thing is like when they have to find that's the one opportunity that you found to come in here and have to like let your own, so that you can sleep well tonight.
Pretty much.
We're talking about the loss of an individual in our family.
That's how it is.
Yeah,
I actually feel like that's when like it gets like, it's like a full-on brawl. Somebody's coming, like the men are like, okay, calm down, everybody go on the side, do this, do that. It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, it is.
It's so embarrassing.
And you know what it is? As the younger generation of the aunties who witness this, if you're part of the family, like let's say it's somebody you lost, the way that you're gonna get up and just like defend everybody in this home.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then all of a sudden people are gonna be like, oh, you're getting so emotional. Well, yeah, I am. I just lost somebody in my family and you're making it about yourself right now?
Yeah,
We didn't ask for a Hum TV drama series. Leave.
Yeah. And then after they're like, कितनी बदतमीजी से अरूज ने मेरे साथ बात की थी.
मैं हूँ.
मैं हूँ बदतमीज.
Yeah, क्या करूँ? You're the one out here like picking up friggin' opening everybody's Deji case from 1963 and you're gonna call me batameez? Yo, pack that up.
Okay, so what we've learned is that we're not going to go to anyone's funeral and do things like this, and make sure Aruj is not there. Okay.
Or invite me if you have people like that. And let me stand up for you for a bit.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I have to say this.
Okay, I'll go say it.
Never have I ever fake cried so my husband agreed to give me what I want. Guilty.
Yo, I swear to God, okay, when I was married, I don't think I actually have done that. Like, I've never fake cried.
I don't think I fake cried, but I've definitely like thought about things that have made me emotional. Being like, for example,
you fake cried then.
Yeah, no.
Just say you fake cried. Okay. No, but like I didn't actually. It was like that. It was like this. In the moment, I was thinking of sad things.
You know what I was thinking about? I was like, oh my God, but like I haven't had free time to myself in so long, and I just really need some time to myself, and I just really and then I just and then it comes out as like, you know, maybe I would really like this.
Like he's asking you, like, Aruj.
That's what it is.
He's asking you, Aruj, okay? Did you make food for the kids? And you're like, but yesterday I didn't have free time for myself, and he's probably standing there like
5 days a week. All I'm doing is making food for everyone. Nobody asks me. Nobody
like,
gives me dinner. I'm
this
just eating
This
leftovers.
doesn't make sense. Okay, we're talking about one thing. You're talking about another thing.
You know, I'm like, can I have a girls' night? Can I have a girls' trip? Can I go on a girls' trip? That's what happens.
That's actually so funny. I mean, sometimes it does work in your favor, but like that's why, guys, you know, we feel like you got to use them to your advantage. If you use it too much, then like
they're precious.
Then these guys are like, oh, all you do is cry anyway. So
seriously. Okay, this is so random, y'all, but somebody just called me and the voice message, I have to read it. Please contact the embassy as soon as possible.
I got that call yesterday.
What the heck? For more details, please press 9 for the dedicated person. Thank you. Namaste.
I almost feel like we should call them back, press 9, and just talk to them.
Live on the show?
Let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Never have I ever used bus 5 minute when I knew it would take much longer. Yo, every single human being uses this. Everyone.
मैं बस 5 मिनट दूर हूँ.
Oh,
Meanwhile-
5 minute dude.
Meanwhile, it's 20 minutes on my GPS. I'm still at home.
मैं 5 मिनट में हाँ मैं पहुंचूंगी 5 मिनट में.
बस मैं आ रही हूँ रास्ते
Oh
में
my
हूँ.
God, add like a 2 in front of the bunch because like you're not getting there in 5 minute. It's rough.
ना सफाई कर लो अपनी bedroom की.
अच्छा आ रही हूँ. I don't even say 5 minute. I would just say आ रही हूँ and then I just wouldn't go.
I'm like, हाँ मैं 5 मिनट में करती हूँ. That's what I say. अरूज बर्तन धो दो. हाँ मैं 5 मिनट में करती हूँ. And then my mom gets so upset and she'll be like, in those 5 minutes, do you know what I could do?
Or actually, I already did what you were supposed to do in those 5 minutes.
In those 5 minutes that it took you to even say that sentence.
That's so funny. Never have I ever had to explain a meme to an elder and regret it. I wouldn't even bother.
Hands up.
I wouldn't bother.
Yo, I've tried to explain trends to my mom sometimes.
They don't get it.
Yo, the way I'm just like, you know, this is a really dumb trend, and the more I'm talking about it and explaining it to my mom, I'm realizing how dumb this trend is.
It sounds.
But
even
also,
dumber.
I sent it to Hina and said, "Hey, I want to do this with you next time we get together."
Yeah, is it that? Which one was it?
I forgot. It was one of the ones.
Don't cancel us.
No, it was one of the ones where it's like somebody's saying something and then we'd have to lip say it. Just because. Remember that?
Oh,
Just because. I was trying to tell my mom. My
There you go.
mom's looking at the girls who are doing the video and they're like, Mama's like, kapde bade pyare hain, makeup bada pyare. And I was like, no, Mom, listen to what they're saying. And she's like, mujhe nahi samajh aa rahi. And I was like, she's interrupting and I'm trying to tell her like the sound. And then I just keep saying, just because. And I was like, ye kya hai? Just because tum kahi ja rahi ho? I don't understand. And I was like, yeah, it's pretty dumb.
but it's the same as like, okay, you know, like the new, like the kids generation these days, they
Yeah.
say all these like weird words like Ohio Rizzler, skibbity toilet. Have you heard of this?
Yo. I've
Or
been
like
in middle schools.
Sigma, that's beta, whatever.
Oh my
It's like
God.
I'm sitting there, so I asked my nephew, I'm like, yo, what the hell does this stuff mean? Okay, like give me the breakdown.
Yeah.
Because like your chala is too damn old
We're
for this.
struggling.
Okay. So he's like explaining it to me and I'm like, oh, okay. So like what does it mean like if someone says like Riz? And then he's like, it's like charisma.
It's charisma, yeah.
And I'm like,
like you got game.
and why don't you just say you're so cool?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, Hia, that's just how you say it. And I'm like, so what is this like skibbity toilet? Like, and he's like, oh, it's from a Travis Scott song. I'm like, but what does it mean? And he's like, I can't explain it to you. You're not going to get it. I'm like, what?
This is what I mean. Because if he tried to explain it to you,
He's not gonna get it either.
I know, but I feel like it's also one of those things where you just say it.
Yeah.
Like, hum bas keh rahe hain, pagalon ki tarah.
But it's also because like when we were in school, there are certain things that we would say and our parents would be like, what the hell are you saying?
Like what?
Like,
Because I can't think of anything right now.
I have beef with somebody. I have beef. My mom's like, Gima? You know, like, what? Or like when you're like, or like when you're like, you're soft. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, for them, it doesn't register because they're just like, okay.
Iska kya
What?
matlab hai?
Okay. And like then there's other things too. Like there's like certain song lyrics that you sing and your parents are just like, why do you, or you know what, even like the trends, like back in the day, like guys would wear their jeans up to like lower than their butt. They would be falling off their butts and they would be waddling like penguins. And our parents would be like, I don't understand. Like, what is this?
Yeah.
What is the trend here?
Why are
Like,
you wearing it like that?
what is this? Okay. Like it made no sense.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
It was so weird. Or like that's what she said trend.
yeah.
Everyone was saying that to everyone.
That's what she
for
said.
Absolutely no reason. That's
Yeah.
what she said. That's what she said. That's what she
Yeah.
said. Now it's pause.
Or like, damn, Daniel.
Yeah.
Remember? Damn, Daniel.
That would
what
make
are
me so.
those?
What are those?
I don't know. All
I
these
think
ones
we were still a little bit old
yeah,
when
we were
that stuff
older
came
with that
out.
one, but we were younger. It was like weird things. Like, why was I singing Bootylicious all the time? Like, I remember I had a pair of pants. You know, at the back of your pants, they would have the letters.
Yeah.
Right? I had a pair of pants at the back would say Bootylicious. And I'm like, I don't
You
think
wore those?
my parents didn't know what that meant, yo. And even now I'm like, oh, that's risque. That's risque. Even I don't think I knew what that meant. I was in high school.
I
And
was
then I'm like,
yo, your parents are pretty liberal.
no, not even. They didn't know what it meant.
Hi Allah.
They would never in a million years let me wear
Yeah,
something like
yeah,
that.
for real.
They'd probably cut the pants up and like burn them in
Was
front
it
of
like
me.
with rhinestones?
It was like glitter letters. But I swear I'm not lying to you guys. I actually don't think it registered in my mind how gross that is to wear. Like for me, I'm saying for me, I'm looking back and I'm like, oh God, girl, cringe, major cringe. No, thank you. We're not going to do that. So weird, yo.
All right, I'm just gonna say this one.
Say it.
You ready? We haven't done this in a few weeks. I know y'all are gonna love this. Okay. Never have I ever gotten happy when my husband tells his mom or sister off. See the cricket noise?
Zordar taliyan. Straight. Like if I couldn't do it in front of them, I'm walking into the other room and being like,
Do a little happy.
and then he walks into the room and you're like chest bump, you know,
Yeah.
like you're doing one of those.
Or you just be like,
Yeah, like,
there we go. You did it.
and sometimes you're like, why am I hiding? Absolutely. Sometimes you want to just sit there and be like, and then he's saying something and you're popping up. You're like, and that's on fact.
You know, you would never.
I would never. But I'm
would
saying,
never.
but I'm saying, you know, sometimes you're like, I've been trying to call that L. I've been trying to call that L.
I can just see him being like,
like literally over the shoulder, you're like, and that's on facts. And then you
oh, and you
scurry off.
remember the time? And you remember the time this happened? Oh, and that too. I remember. It was March 26th.
And then he turns around and he's walking and he's like, don't forget to tell him about this.
Oh my god. Or you just
Oh
text
my
him in
God.
the middle of the conversation. Hey, and this.
And remember when they did that? I can't. Oh my God, I can't. That would be so epic.
Listen,
Yeah, it
sometimes
doesn't happen a lot, but when it does happen, take advantage.
and listen, the husbands who got their wives back, green flags, yo.
Yeah, that's a green flag.
Green
I
flags.
think that's the biggest turn on when like a guy will like support you. Cause like, you need a ride or die.
Yeah,
You need
for
a
real.
hubby to come through and be
And
like,
like
I
women,
got
like
you.
we'll let certain things go when it comes
Yeah,
to your
yeah,
in-laws.
yeah, yeah.
Fine, chalo, koi nahi. Okay, leave it. It's not a big deal. But then once in a while, when your wife is like, listen, this is getting a little out of hand, and you don't have her back then.
Especially if like someone disrespects you in front of him.
Yeah.
And then it's like, you're my guy.
Yeah.
Like, can we do this tag team sitch? And then you want them to just be like, hold on a second. And then you're just like, this is why I love you. This is why. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's very
Meanwhile, he's
important.
sitting there, talking to his mom and sister. You're sitting at the top of the stairs with a bag of popcorn. Like,
You're like, I'm going to pretend to close the door upstairs so they think I'm in a room, but I'm actually sitting at the top of the stairs listening to everything.
or like got a mug of coffee. I'm just like, gotta take those silent
Oh
sips.
my
though.
God. And you're breathing like this.
Yo, what if you're doing that and then your phone goes off?
Hey, itni besti. Oh my God. I don't
No,
even
then
know.
you go back to the room, open the door, then close it again so it seems like you're walking out of the bedroom, being like, oh, I left my phone by the window. Pick it up. That's
Yeah, but like, oh, I don't know.
That's what you gotta do.
That would be really whack.
But yeah, I had to say that one.
Oh, this is a good one.
Go.
Never have I ever stalked someone and then accidentally spilled the information in front of them.
Or never have I ever stalked someone and accidentally liked a picture from 2011.
Oh Lord. Okay, that's embarrassing.
The way sometimes I'm.
I think I've probably done that.
So it's
I
a
think
family
I've probably
member,
done
right?
that. Yeah.
It's a family member.
Yeah.
My mom's not on socials.
Yeah.
So sometimes she'll be like, oh, what's up? Show me. And the way I'm looking over her shoulder, like, don't like anything. Ma,
Like, keep your hands off.
Mom, you got a big thumb right now. Watch it. Watch it. Watch the scroll. Watch the scroll. Because if she likes something from a person I shouldn't be stalking, from some cousin back home,
That's the worst feeling. And then you're like, unlike.
yeah, but they still get the notification.
they
It
get
doesn't
the
matter if you
notification.
unlike it.
I just feel
Hi, panic.
it's worse when you're like 13 years deep.
That's what I'm saying from 2011.
Yeah. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
Okay, has it ever happened to you where you have stalked someone and then you met them in real life?
I don't think I've ever like stalked someone and met them in real life and spilled something.
Okay.
But I think like girls, we all do this. Like
Yeah.
you're always like, okay, so like who is this person? Like for whatever reason. It
Yeah.
could be that like one of your friends is like, oh, this person said this, and you're like, who is that?
Yeah.
Who is that? And then you're like, okay, let me see who this is.
Yeah.
I think it's a natural thing that all girls do.
Yeah,
But you know what? I think guys do it too.
100%.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do, they
They
do.
just act like they don't. But I feel like, if you ever go to a guy and you're like, oh my God, guess what? They're in it. They're
They're
like,
in it.
spill that tea, sis. Spilleth that tea. Okay.
It is what it is, yo. Sometimes you gotta be a PI.
But can you imagine that happening? Like you go, okay, let's say has it happened to you?
Okay.
So you started with me, but you had a story?
No, it didn't happen with me. Like I
Yeah.
didn't do it, but somebody did it on my profile. So they stalked. It was when we started the podcast, and you know how before my Instagram was private.
Then it's public and they started
Then they started like going through some stuff or whatever.
Naam zara batao.
And then no. Then she just like met me, and then she just kind of said like, "Oh yeah, I remember you had like done something or gone on this trip or whatever." And I was like, "Honey, that was like 8 years ago."
I think that hasn't happened to me, but like
But then it came on. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I know this sounds really weird, but I just like watch you guys religiously, type of thing."
never have I ever hugged my father. Bro.
That's a pretty desi girl problem.
That's a desi girl problem. I've hugged my father. I've hugged my dad.
I've hugged my dad. Yes. I still hug my dad,
Yeah.
but it's not.
The way you hug your mom.
It's also not the way I hug my own kids.
Oh yeah. There's always a little bit of a
It's one of
difference.
these.
Yeah, I can see that. I feel like it used to be like that for me before I got married.
Yeah.
And then like I would properly hug my dad. Like
Yeah.
my dad, he was like especially near the end of his life, he was a lot more affectionate. But like there's definitely that
Hesitation.
for sure.
And I think this
For sure.
relationship will change a lot after
Yeah,
you
I
get
think so
married.
too.
I think when I was younger, I don't ever actually remember hugging my dad.
But it's not every Desi girl, because I remember my mom, she would get really upset and she'd be like, why do you guys feel that like weirdness that you can't be like physically affectionate? Because she was very physically affectionate with her dad. Like she would always hug her dad. Her dad would always kiss her and stuff. And so she's like, I find it so odd. Like, why are you guys like that? And I'm like, I don't know. I think it's also because because my grandfather had that military background, he was a little bit more of like a firmer person.
Right.
And so I think even my dad with his own dad was a little bit, there was a lot of love there, but it wasn't like huggy, touchy feely.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, my dad also kind of did that with us.
Right.
That it wasn't too excessive.
Yeah, but you know what? There are a lot of Desi girls who are daddy's girls.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they have a
Yeah.
very healthy relationship with their dads. And yeah, they will sit around and they will give dads hugs, and it's really nice. It was
love
it
it.
was a foreign concept in my home. But also now though it's really different, and like my kids will go and run and hug my dad.
Yeah.
Anytime I do the side hug with my dad, like he always gives me like a kiss on the forehead.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
a very different dynamic, and I love it. It's really
Yeah.
nice. But yeah, it's for some Desi girls, it's just not a thing that we do in the home.
Yeah.
And,
It's not.
and that's literally the way. And sometimes it's not even just with your dad. You might not even have the same relationship with your mom,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
right? But that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that your love for them is any less.
I
It
think-
just might be that you were taught to show love in a different way because that's the way maybe that your parents like to receive love.
Yeah, that's true. But like now, because of everything that's kind of come out with like how children and parents should have relationships, it's so important to have the physical
Right.
love.
Yeah.
Like it's so important for girls. It's even really important for boys.
Yeah, it
to have
is.
that physical relationship with their parents. And like we just never knew. And to be very frank, I think even when I talked to my mom about this, she's like, honestly, we never knew.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know how important it was. She's like, I definitely, she had that from her parents, but like she never realized the impact that it has on children to have the physical affection. But like now with me and my sisters, like we'll always hug each other and we'll be like, I love you, and we always like, it's just like you make this conscious effort because you want to show your kids
Yes.
that like this is important, and then you do that with your kids too. I think it's super special.
It's super important. I think so. Never have I ever spoken to multiple guys for a rishta at the same time.
No.
We're just evening the what is it? Even the playing field?
Yeah. I'm not no in a judging way.
Yeah.
Like actually, I don't think I have.
Yeah.
But you know, I could see how that would happen.
I feel like when you're
Yeah.
just during the rishta process, sometimes you just gotta test the waters.
It's not under like the girls' control because it's not run by the girls or even the guys, technically speaking. Like it's mostly like the parents that are kind of in charge of that.
Yeah.
And then for certain parents, it's just like, well, I mean, it's so hard to find a rishta. So like keep your options open. So they might just like, you know, like reach out, or like if there's a rishta auntie involved, then
Yeah.
she might be sending you like, oh, consider this.
Yeah.
So then it might be like, well, maybe about this one, but like I'm kind of leaning more toward this one. So you're kind of like, which one do I?
Which one do you?
But
I don't know.
that's
Which
the
one
same with the dating app if you think
Right?
about it.
But also, like, okay, this rishta process is so tough.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're just like, how do I even get to know somebody? So sometimes you have to talk to somebody for a little bit before you
Yeah.
can actually get to know somebody. And in
Yeah.
the meantime, if another rishta comes and you feel like, oh, this person might also be like a viable candidate, you can't just say no to one because you think maybe I need time with one. Maybe you'll just kind of talk to two at the same time and be like, hey, let me see where it lands.
Yeah, because what if you say no to that without talking, and then it could have been a yes, but you just said no for the sake of you speaking to somebody else?
Yeah.
It's just, it can get so confusing, even though like ideally, yeah, the principle of it should be that you talk to one person at a time, right? Because that's like the fair thing to do. But it's confusing.
Also, like the guy earlier in this episode was dating two sisters at the same time. If the guys ain't loyal, why am I going to only talk to one person during a rishta process when there's
Yeah.
potential three?
Did you hear what she said? Never have I ever thought I was pregnant, even though I've never done it. Girl, what type of...
What biology class did you take?
I swear. I don't know
What health
that.
class are we taking right now?
But then maybe she was just really young.
Yeah,
when she
कभी
thought
कभी
that.
डर लग जाता है, okay? Sometimes you're like, oh my god, I rode a bike.
Or like, oh my God, I walked past a guy.
Yeah. Hi. Which whole thing?
Hi.
Or like if you have irregular periods,
Yeah, but like the first thought shouldn't be I'm pregnant if you've never done the
it's
deed.
not about the pregnancy thing, but you know how sometimes when you see those like I didn't know I was pregnant shows.
Yeah, but but they know they did the deed.
Yeah,
They just
I know,
didn't
but-
know they were pregnant. Really?
Okay, have you watched the show Mad Men?
Yes.
Do you remember the
I love Mad Men.
what was the girl, the secretary in the first season?
Yeah, what's her name? I know the redhead.
The redhead.
I loved her.
How
Yeah.
she all of a sudden like gained weight and she didn't know she was pregnant.
Yeah, she didn't know, but she had done the deed.
I know,
So there
but
was
like, how did she not know? I was like, you didn't feel a baby? Like, I don't understand. All of a
Yeah,
sudden,
but sometimes people don't. Sometimes people are just so busy. Like her life was so hectic that she
kinda
was just like,
crazy.
that's the last thing that I can pay attention to right now.
that's crazy.
Now I'm like, what was her name? She was so good in that
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
My God, she was
Yeah,
so
you
good.
smell a man's cologne, you're like,
Yo, imagine. Oh, Lord. Everybody would get
brushed
pregnant.
up on one like this. Hi, kuch hua to nahi?
Hi.
Hi, kuch hua to nahi? Never have I ever introduced a friend of mine to my parents without them knowing that I'm only friends with them because of their sibling.
What? Hold on. I've never introduced a friend of
I
mine.
introduced Hina to my mom
Okay.
because Hina's got a brother.
Oh, I get it.
It landed, y'all. It
Slow
landed.
on the uptake. Okay, I get that.
Okay, girl.
Yeah. I haven't done that, but like I would understand why someone would do
Yeah,
that.
because if you're eyeing a guy and he's, let's say, 2 years older than you in high
it
school,
would be a normal thing.
You're
It would
in
be a
grade
normal-
9?
Yeah.
and there's a guy in grade 11. His name is Ahmad. Right? And you're kind of like, whoo, Ahmad is kind of looking fresh. Right? He grew this summer.
Then I make friends with his sister.
Yeah, who's in your grade. And then you're like, oh my God, we're going to be besties, Sada.
Girls do these things.
And then you go and introduce Sada to your mom,
Yeah.
only to be like, Mom, can I go to Sada's house on the weekend?
If you think about it, the way you went about it is very smart. It's smart.
Sometimes, yo, when you want to beg a person, you
When you want to beg the man,
you'll find
you gotta
any way.
beg the man.
You'll find any way to maneuver this relationship.
That's
But I
actually
hope
funny.
that the friendship with the girl still lasted. Like, be a loyal friend to that
Be a
person.
loyal friend.
Don't
Please.
just do it out of that. You know what I mean?
Never have I ever lied to my mom about going to the library, but meeting my boyfriend, who's now my husband. I have not lied and said I've gone to the library
Yeah.
to meet a guy.
Yeah.
But what I have said is I have to stay after school and then gone to watch movies with my friends.
Oh, yeah.
I've done that. Like I haven't been like the library excuse. I never used it because I was
I
like,
never really used it either because, guys, I hated being on campus.
also
That
I was like, my mom's never gonna believe I'm at a library.
Yeah. Your mom will pull up.
She's gonna be like, which library?
Maybe
Let me check the time. Closes
Yo,
at 8:00.
We were so lucky that they couldn't tag our locations at that time.
What? Okay.
This generation right now, y'all, it's sticky for you.
How are they getting through? Like, how are they going through the loopholes? Oh my God. We're talking about this gen. Imagine what our kids are going to be doing. Help us, Lord. Lord, help us through these hard times.
It's Ramzan, you know, Allah, meri dua sun.
Yes. Never have I ever took money from my husband's pants and kept it.
Sometimes you need that loose change, okay?
Loose change is free money. We've already discussed this.
Girl math.
Okay. If it's your husband's money, it's your money.
Yeah. And if
all
it's
good.
cash, it's basically nothing.
Now, if he took the money from your pants,
Ooh, I'm getting
your-
mad.
that's your money. How dare you?
I'm getting mad. Like I had $20. I needed to go to Amman to get my eyebrows done. You took it from me? You know I only give her cash.
Unbelievable.
How dare
Even
you?
if it was like a toonie, I'd be like, I was going to use that to get my tea in the morning. You just took it without even asking?
Yeah. Meanwhile, we
then
forget.
you take it?
But meanwhile, you forget that you've had the toonie. It's been sitting in that car cup holder for months.
Fact.
And you forgot. Because every time you go to Tim's, what do? You tap your phone.
Girl math.
Girl math. But if somebody else touches that toonie, I'm getting upset.
Yeah. Or if he comes to you and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I found a toonie and you're just, why would you take it? I was going to use that. And you had no idea the toonie was even
Meanwhile,
there.
he's like, listen, I've been eyeing that toonie for 6 months. What were you going to use it for?
So many things. So many things.
Okay, this one,
Yeah.
buckle in, okay?
Buckle in.
Never have I ever catfished a Pakistani fob after them DMing me first. I blocked them after.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Whoa.
First of all, do people still say fob? I feel like that's so like mean.
Also, is it like not a? I don't think
Fresh
it's a
off the
word.
boat. That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
we
I
say.
know. Or we'd say freshie,
Okay, that's another word that we would say in front of our parents.
and they wouldn't get it.
They'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And then if they found out, they'd be like,
That's so mean. Why are
"We
you saying
are
that?
fresh off the boat. What are you saying?
तुम अपने माँ
You're
बाप
the
को कह रही
daughter
हो?
of someone that's fresh off the boat. Are you gonna open your mouth and talk?
तुम अपने माँ बाप के बारे में कह रही हो?
Bisharam pachi. Yeah.
Yeah, girl, why are you catfishing this person? Just block.
Maybe she's doing it because she's pissed off.
Yeah, or you're just trying to have a little fun. Like, Hina wanted to call back this,
You know, sometimes when
this embassy person?
yeah, I'm like, you know,
Hina's like, let's
sometimes
call back. Go.
Facebook, when Facebook was all the rage back in the day, okay?
It was all the
Facebook
rage.
followers, I know y'all know us, okay? And like sometimes you'd get a message from like, you know, like some random guy, like Junaid something, right? And they're messaging you, be like, hello, G.
Looking beautiful.
Yeah, here's my number.
Where are you from? With a V, with a V.
I want you, wife. And I'm like,
I'm with you. What does this mean? I'm with you. Where
sometimes
are
they-
you, Junaid?
They just say like the wildest things, okay?
So out of pocket.
Like, I want your number. And I'm like,
Can we
like-
be friends?
let's be friends. I want the friendship.
Friendship with me?
It's like, you know, sometimes I think about it and I'm like, yo, I'll give you a 12 out of 10 for courage, okay? 12 out of 10.
Bottle up that courage.
Courage with a capital C, okay? Like courage with a capital C. But like, yo, the game is so trash. Like the game you get a 0, the courage you get a 10, okay? Like it's just, it's funny too though. It's funny too. My God. So yeah, I understand why they would get catfished.
Never have I ever gotten a tattoo. I'm so tempted, but I know I won't because I'm really scared.
I haven't,
I haven't either.
but there was definitely times where I was like, I want to get one.
There are still times
Yeah.
where I want to look over at Hina and say,
Like, tattoo?
hey, shall we go?
Oh my God.
Somebody find me a loophole.
Yeah. You know what? I've always wanted one, but then it's like the commitment. It's a lifelong commitment that I'm like, I can't do this.
No, for me, I don't care about the commitment. It's not about the commitment. For me, it's like somebody find me a loophole where in Islam, somebody
Yeah.
says, some
That
hadith,
too.
something,
That
pull it
too.
out for me, just be like, Aruj, okay, fine, go.
Yeah, because like for the followers that are not Muslim, like in Islam, you're not supposed to like do anything permanent to your body. But like, isn't piercings permanent?
No, on your ears, it's okay. On your ears and nose. There's like some exceptions.
Well, tattoos ain't. So
Tattoos ain't. Because with piercings, you can still do wuzu.
I think for me, the tattoo is also like, do I want to die? My mom would literally like,
What
even
would
at
you
this
get as
age-
a tattoo?
Because I thought about it, I would get something extremely small, like really, like I love the fine line tattoos.
Me too.
Nothing big and gigantic. I can't do that. Like people getting sleeves, y'all do you, but I can't do that. And like I would love something in like Arabic. Maybe,
Ooh,
like
that's
my
nice.
kids' names or like something else, like something that's like meaningful,
I love that.
like a quote that I think is like always a daily reminder of like something that I need to fix in myself or remember.
Something that I need to make sure I'm always doing.
Yeah.
Never have I ever ordered food late at night and told the delivery guy not to ring the bell.
I think I've done that.
You know what it is? I grew up in a time where like food delivery services wasn't as accessible.
Oh,
Like-
I was talking about like recently.
I know recently is different, but it's like I'm kind of an adult, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like
I'm talking about when I was younger and living with my mom, and it was like me and my siblings.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, right? Because like, okay, when we were really young, whatever. But I'm talking about like, you know, when we were in college, university.
Yeah.
Like you could be like, hey, like don't ring the bell, just leave it on the side. Like
Yeah.
I used to do that, just because you know, like once you start working and you get money, you're just like, what do I do with this money other than go shopping for myself and eat food? Eat. That's all we did. Okay, and so like. At that time, it was like my mom and dad would be like, I made food at home for you. And now you're going out and buying extra food with the ganda blanc in it. Like, are you serious?
Meanwhile, you're like, Mom, the gandala tastes so
The ganda
good.
blanc is blessed.
It's finger licking good.
Finger licking good.
I just want all the manchua. Yuck! I would never eat that now.
Oh my God, that's so true. I used
Yeah.
to love that place.
I loved manchuwak. I was
Manchu
catching
Wok,
every food court. I was
Taco
having that.
Bell, New York
Oh my-
fries,
New York
KFC.
fries, KFC.
Oh my God, New York fries poutine
Villa
was like
Medina.
Oh, Villa Medina.
Oh my God.
Thai Express.
Thai Express.
It was all
Subway,
the
Mr. Sub,
all that stuff.
A&W,
All that stuff. McDonald's.
Baskin Robbins.
Dude, the amount of like food that we would eat out of like
crazy.
outside was crazy.
Yeah, even pizza.
A lot of
Like
pizza.
so much pizza. Oh my God.
Pizza galore. And like,
I can't go near it now.
yeah, I can't either.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm so old. Pizza gives me heartburn.
I will have pizza here and there, but it's so rare. And like, even when I have it, I'm like,
yeah, man.
even when I have it, I'm like, this isn't something I'm like, this is the best pizza I've had. Do you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
never something that I'm like obsessed with.
So I obviously is a huge coffee person over here.
Yeah.
I was a big Starbucks person, as most of us were. Okay, and then clearly we all decided we're not going to be doing Starbucks.
Screw Starbucks.
Screw it,
We don't
all right?
like you.
But guys, it's so crazy because before the boycott even happened, I was pregnant with my third.
Yeah.
The aversion that I developed to Starbucks, no matter what I tried, it would make me vomit.
Yeah, because it is vomitrocious.
Yeah, and I was like, is this the cream? Is it like the syrup? What is in here? Even if I just went and got a simple coffee blend,
Yeah,
like I'm
yeah.
not even talking about their fancy drinks.
Yeah.
Something about Starbucks, it really threw me off. And then the boycott was hella easy.
Yo, but can I be real with y'all? I was never a Starbucks girly. I thought it was overrated, overpriced, overhyped. They put too much damn ice into their cups. They were doing the most with the least, okay? And like everybody's like, oh, I need a vanilla smoothie latte, 2 pumps of this and 13 pumps of this. Can you add like a shot of cold foam, a vanilla ice sugar bomb, whatever? I don't even know what the hell was going in there. I would stand there and be like, yo, I am not.
Can I have a cup of water?
I swear to God, if I ever had to roll up to Starbucks, first of all, I hated their tea. It sucked. Okay. I'd roll up to Starbucks and I would be the basic girl that I am and be like this. Hi, can I get a medium tea with milk? And there's venti, trenti, whatever it is. And I'm like, girl, medium. Medium. I don't know what that is.
What is that in your Starbucks lingo?
Yeah.
Here's my question to you though. Starbucks doesn't even steep their teas. So how are you
It was a
drinking
bag in.
Hi,
It was-
hi.
जो मैं कहती हूँ ना, depression की मरीज मैं बन गई थी after going to Starbucks. I was like, I can't do this gund. This is complete gund. Okay, it was gund.
Ugh.
When the boycott happened, I was like, great, this is perfect. We're gonna save our money and we're gonna invest it into brands that are not ghatiya brands.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I just recently, I'm just gonna call it out for what it is, but I recently went to Masrawi's Cafe, the local.
Yo, Masrawi's lit.
I'm actually obsessed.
I've been there a few times. Not the cafe. Went to the restaurant.
Yeah, the restaurant's great. Yeah, the food
the
is amazing.
food
man.
is like fooding.
So he just in the same plaza where
Yeah.
the restaurant is, there
Yeah.
used to be a grocery store. And he took over that spot and he created the local,
Yeah.
which is like his cafe. When I tell you the Spanish latte,
ये जो Spanish lattes and
it's taken over.
the Yemeni coffee.
Yeah, the Yemeni coffee. Boys and girls are all going for the Yemeni coffee.
Yeah.
But it's not like Jubble House pricing. It's not $15.
Thank you.
$6-7 for a latte,
Okay.
which still is expensive, but like even a latte at
But in
Tim's is
comparison,
expensive.
like you guys can. This is a side note, but like, what is this wild behavior? Okay,
Pooja,
audacity is at an all-time high with these coffees.
bring the pricing down.
Legit, it's like doodh and pani and like crushed coffee beans, like this much. Okay, dum my chai. Okay, dum patti dal ke meri chai ko dum karo.
Guys, it's not that. Also, I love when people say I'm dumbing your chai. Like that means you're putting love into my chai.
Dum is love.
Dumb is
Dumb is love.
Dumb equals love.
You know when they do dum on you when you're sick, like dum, dum,
when they
and they punk on you. It's like the dum is there for love.
guys,
They're
you know when
sprinkling some love.
they read at the bottom and they'll poong in the pani and they'll you're
Like dum on pani.
Dumb.
If you know the reference, you know the reference. It was not what we thought it was. It was dum wala pani. Dum wala pani. Dum wala pani.
Ram wala pani.
The songs are great though. We're not judging the song. No judgment zone. It was funny though. It was funny.
Guys, these kind of rants are my favorite.
Okay. I ain't got no words.
You guys, sometimes when it's my rosa and I have a laugh attack, no sound comes out.
No sound usually comes out of your laughs, girl.
But with my rosa, it's a lot. And I just feel my stomach like
shoot.
pitching in.
Oh, I didn't ask you. What type of tattoo would you get?
Oh, I would. I think I've told you this before, but I would get my kids' footprints.
Oh yes, you did say that.
I have
That's
pictures
actually
of
very cute.
yeah, because like I was obsessed with. I have an obsession with kids' feet. I just think they're the cutest thing on the planet. So when I had all of my kids, I would always like lift their foot up and like take a little video or picture of their feet. Like, oh, toes are curling. It
No,
was
they're
so cute.
actually so cute.
It's so cute. And I have one for each of my child. So I feel like I would want, the thin kind of art. I'd want that, maybe like an outline or like a little thing for each
I love that.
They're
Very
like
cute.
crawling up my leg or something.
So if somebody wants to do a tattoo on my girl here,
Guys, find me a loophole first. I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh my god, I want to read this so bad.
read it.
When your Quran teacher tells you to memorize the Quran, but you weren't paying attention.
Yo, is this a trauma? This is a trauma. Like,
The Quran, memorizing the Quran.
guys,
That was a hard time.
yeah, that's rough seas.
Yes.
You're
That's
still
a
in
can of worms
rough
that I
seas.
don't know if we're ready to
Oh my
open on this
God.
right now. What's 365 days?
It's like this really raunchy show on Netflix.
Yo, never have I ever seen 365 days with a cousin.
With a cousin? Have you ever seen it?
No, I never seen it.
Okay, so like I start.
Give us
Okay,
the preface,
okay.
go.
So you know that guy, that really like hot guy, like Michael Maroney, I think his name is Michelle Maroney. I don't know.
I don't
He's like
actually know, but okay.
super good looking. Sorry. Okay, don't judge me. Okay,
Okay.
very good. Everyone says he's good looking.
Okay.
He came out with this like when he first came out as a celebrity. I'd never heard of this man before. Okay.
Okay.
He was in this TV show and like everyone was talking about it at the time. This is years ago. And I was like, yo, what is this show? Like, what is
Okay.
he in? Okay. So I'm like, yo, I want to watch this. Okay. So I go on Netflix. It was on Netflix. I find out where it is. I'm watching it. Okay. It's not a show that you need to be watching. Let me tell you.
Is it a reality TV show?
No, it's like
Oh.
an actual TV show.
Okay.
But like, I started it and I was like, okay, this is too much for me. Like, I can't. This is like 50 Shades on crack.
Like
No.
worse than Game of Thrones?
Oh yeah. Because Game of Thrones has another storyline.
Yeah, true,
The
true, true.
storyline for this is
just that.
raunchiness. That's what the storyline. I mean, it has a storyline, but like it's like a backlot. Like the storyline is in the back. Game of Thrones, the storyline was a storyline,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that stuff would happen on the side. But like this is like the storyline is somewhere in the back, and like that is like front and center.
Why are you watching this with your cousin?
Why are you watching this? Why are you watching this?
Why? Period.
Ajib, I mean, if you like that stuff, go for it. You know, you want to just be a little spicy vixen, go for it.
Keep collect some tips.
Okay.
Some your tips.
Never have I ever read a fantasy book. No, I'm not missing out. Have you ever read a fantasy?
What would you like? Twilight?
Twilight's a fantasy.
Yeah, Twilight. I've read. What's that one? Oh my god, the name is like escaping me. They made it into movies. Katniss Everdeen.
Oh, Hunger Games.
Hunger
That's
Games.
a fantasy.
Yeah, I read that.
I'm pretty sure that's a
Harry
fantasy.
Potter. Read
Harry
that.
Potter fantasy. Y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I've read fantasy.
Yeah.
Okay. And there's another one that I'm going to start. This one's called A Court of Thorns and Roses. Okay. It's called Akatar. It's like all the rage. All these people are reading it.
Okay.
And I've read previous fantasy. Like I've read Red Queen. I've read, there was this other one that I was reading and like I was talking about it. Oh, what's it called now? Oh my God, I'm forgetting. Anyway, so it was like a whole series and it was like complete fantasy and I loved it.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking, these are some of the best books I've ever read in my life.
They're really well written.
Like Harry Potter is
Guys, Harry Potter's
legit.
top tier. I don't care what anybody says. Don't
If
come
you
for me.
don't- if you
Guys,
don't
my winter scarf is the Harry Potter scarf from Gryffindor.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
Okay?
when Miniso collaborated with Harry Potter, I had to buy it.
Guys, open your minds.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's amazing.
It's an alternative reality which we need because goddamn, the reality right now is not where we want to be. Okay?
Okay, also, when I started Twilight, the way I was obsessed with vampires is
Yo,
unreal.
no, wait, I was like, what if they did exist?
Yeah.
What if?
And then, I was like, shortly after the Vampire Diaries came
Oh
out,
my
I was like,
God.
I was hooked knee deep in all of this vampire fantasy.
Stefan or Damon? Say it.
Damon.
100%.
Sorry. Stefan's just,
Stefan
he's
is
fine,
like,
but shuru mein theek tha.
Shuru
Baad
mein.
mein maine kaha, yo, when I saw Damon, I was like, ooh.
Damon is just too damn good looking.
Ooh.
He's too good looking. Like,
And
I'm
I
sorry.
just love his like bad boy attitude.
Yes, and that's what it is. That's what it is.
man.
It's just the way it is.
Okay, you ready for this one?
Yes, go for it.
Are you sure you're ready for this one?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Okay, just read it out.
Never have I ever acted like I'm in love with my brother. I can't say the same for my sister-in-law.
I would like to join you on that. Never have I ever because I cannot be that way with that boy. Nah. That's so gross.
Yeah, but there are lots of
okay, look, people would say this because it's like one boy. I have one brother.
yeah.
Not in my freaking wildest dreams would I ever be that way. Like you guys, that's so gross. Like boundary
Just-
की एक line होती है.
एक
दो लाइनें होती हैं,
बहुत-
10 लाइनें होती हैं.
बहुत मोटी line होती
Yeah,
है.
but my point is like, how do you get to that point? How do
And,
you
like-
get there where you're like so obsessed with your brother that he can do no wrong? Like,
But also, look, she sent this to us, okay? Imagine her situation now. She's married, and
Yeah.
her sister-in-law is so obsessed with her husband that she is feeling so uncomfortable to the point where it looks like the sister-in-law is in love with the brother. Like, it's one thing to have a fun relationship with your siblings.
Yeah.
And then it's another thing to make it seem like people around you are
Uncomfortable.
making other people uncomfortable because you are being too like both free Oreo right now.
ज़्यादा ही free हो रहा है.
Zyada free Oreo. We all have siblings. I understand your love for them can be done in a great, respectful way, but it doesn't have to be where people are confusing which girl is your wife.
This is
Because I thought you were married and you had a sister. Now who's
this
who?
is like the scenario where like the brother would be in the sister's lap and she'd be like massaging his head. You guys, we talked about this. There's a limit. Okay, like everybody loves their siblings.
Yo, I blocked that out.
Many of us.
Yeah. The minute you said it, I was like, oh my.
Right now, she is in a state of trauma. So let her be. But like, there's like okay, like we all love our siblings. Majority of us are like, yeah, we love our siblings. We love hanging out with them. We love laughing with them. But like to that extent, no.
And to me, there's also like a physical distance you have to keep with your siblings. Let's say y'all go to Matari. Okay?
Yeah.
You're there, your husband is there, and the sister-in-law is there. Okay? You know, like when you're in that kind of a setting, and then you feel like even then the sister-in-law is like physically being too close with your husband, and you're kind of like standing behind them, and they look like they're a couple.
That's so weird.
It icks me out.
I feel like I think I'm like a very like okay, I think I'm very free with my brother in the sense of like I don't think I'm like how do I say this? Okay. So like if I see my brother, I'll hug my brother. Okay. If I see him and if I'm like out with him and I have something funny to say, I'll be like, yo, da, 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 da. Like we'll like laugh about it and stuff. And like we're very close. We're all of my siblings were very close with each other. Thank God. Okay. But that stuff is weird.
That's weird.
Like I know he's married and like I love their relationship because they're very like super close with each other. Like actually they're very close, like physically close, but also like they're very close with each other in general. Me being like the huddy and the kebab and being like, hey, what's up? Let me get in here. Like shimmy over. Like let me get in the middle and do something. It would be weird because like, okay, if you are at Matari, okay. By the way, Matari, I don't know why we give you so many shout outs because y'all need to sponsor us already.
Facts.
Just saying.
Let's say you go to Tim's.
Yeah,
Switch
let's say
it
I
up.
go to Tim's. Okay. By the way, Tim's, you need to sponsor us too. Let's say we go to Tim's. Even if I was at Tim's and like my brother is there with my sister-in-law, it's like a tariqa. If there was something I had to say to only my brother, I would not say it if my sister-in-law was there. I would wait until we were like in a different space. Imagine me going in the middle of my brother and my sister-in-law, you doing that and then being like, oh, by the way, da, 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 da.
This is
What type
nasty
of
behavior.
Whack ass stuff is
Nasty behavior.
Because like if you know his wife is there, say it khul ke uske samne so
Or
she doesn't
just
feel.
wait, because this is clearly not the time and place to have this conversation with your brother.
Yeah, but like you know the physical stuff where it's like,
For me, it's like the physical.
okay, Rouge, God, I didn't know you disliked me that much.
It's not for you. I'm picturing it like if it was a sibling, and then I'm.
I know. I'm kidding, but like I don't know. That is.
I just feel like there's always like a. It just let's not do this behavior. Let's not make it seem like other people are.
What would you do if that is the situation? You see that.
Okay.
What do you do? Like, what do you do? Because like you could even tell your husband.
So I don't think I would do anything in that moment.
No, not in the moment.
Yeah.
But I'm saying even if you have that conversation after with your husband,
Yeah.
let's say, right? And
Yeah.
you're like, hey, you know what? That's a little weird. Okay. Why is your sister being like that? It's not normal.
Yeah.
But because he's lived that whole life like that, it might not be uncommon for him. So he might be like, this is normal for me. Why are you getting triggered? And then you're standing there like, is it me? Am I crazy? Is my family just weird?
The problem is me.
No, because
Yeah,
that's
I
his
get that.
reality.
Yeah,
right.
and honestly, like sometimes when you call somebody out like that, they're gonna get defensive because they're not gonna admit that. What
That's
do you
their
mean?
family.
Why are you thinking that way
That's
of
their
my
family,
siblings
yeah.
or whatever? I think you still have to have a conversation, being like, "Hey, that might have been how things were your whole life, but now that we are married, could we possibly like set some boundaries?" You have to talk to him too. Like, okay, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe
Yeah.
she's been super like, maybe she knows what she's doing, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then maybe you have to talk to him like, again, hey, that's cool, but I really need you to set some boundaries, especially like if we're out in public and I'm feeling like I look like the third wheel.
Do you think that you would ever talk to the sister-in-law about it?
No, I'd have to do it through him.
Yeah.
Or with him. Like it would be me and him having a conversation with her, or he goes and talks to her.
I just feel like that, like, because
Because the
everyone
sister-in-law is not already not gonna
yeah,
like
but
you.
like, because everyone is so protective of their families, I don't even know if he'd be able to accept that. So like, you're kind of in a situation where you're sitting there watching this happen and being like, this is uncomfortable. You say something to him and he's getting all defensive, and then you're just kind of stuck in a rut.
But you know when something sticks to your head? Here's the thing. If she comes and tells this to you and then you choose to ignore it or be like, no, it's all in your head and blame the wife, like, no, you're looking at it from a buri nazar, okay? The thing with girls are like, we can't get it out of our heads, okay? And then you end up asking other people. Because what if she goes around to like your friends and she's like, is this normal? Is this how they always are? And then you're gonna get mad that like, why are you talking about our relationship to other people? Why are you opening up that like can of worms? Why are you airing our dirty laundry, whatever? But it's like, yeah, if she already spoke to you about it and you're not doing anything, then what is she supposed to do? Because she can't, these things, girls don't let it slide.
Yeah.
Because you can almost
It would trigger me.
it would trigger me, and like girls can feel very jealous. Girls will feel like maybe you're not gonna have their back because you're always gonna have the sister's back.
Yeah.
Okay. Girls will feel like, oh, you're giving her so much attention, or you're going to the movies with her. I'm sitting at home. Like, how bad is this dynamic?
But it can get really bad.
It can get really bad, and then the wife is gonna feel like I'm not getting respect from my husband. He's always choosing her over me. Like, you know, I'm trying to talk to, and then it can basically. What I'm trying to say is, it can there's the snowball effect.
Yeah, of course.
So if there's ever a situation where maybe you grew up and this was normal for you, but your wife is having a conversation with you and saying, hey, this was not normal for me. Now that we are married, can we set some boundaries so that it doesn't seem like the physical aspect of it is making me uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I think it's really important for husbands to take that in and set those boundaries.
I mean, all you have to do is just listen to what she's saying, because like, she's not going to say it without some sort of backing, right? There's a reason why she's saying it. If she's feeling uncomfortable and that's your girl, like, take a stand, say something, be like, all right, you know, if it's uncomfortable for you, then I'll make sure to set some hard boundaries next time.
Yeah. And then have that conversation with your sister too. Also, the person who sent this, we need more deeds.
Yeah.
DM us.
Oh, wait, there's some on Patreon. I forgot.
Never have I ever married a Bollywood character. Imaginary. It's here when your imagination runs wild.
Yeah. When we were younger, we would do that a lot.
100% we would.
It was like, I don't know if that phase happens now with girls, but like, oh my God, back in the day, we had phone hi nahi the, kuch tha hi nahi.
Tiny?
It was literally like, you would listen to like a boy band and you would fall in love with one of the members.
100%.
Who was your guy?
Nick from
Carter?
Backstreet Boys.
Hi. From Backstreet Boys, it's 100% Kevin. Kevin is the hottest out of all the Backstreet Boys.
He was really good.
He was. Okay.
Yep.
Did you like NSYNC?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite?
I can't remember his name. Not Justin Timberlake.
Lance?
Yeah. No.
JC?
Yes.
He was my favorite.
Yeah. JC.
I was obsessed with
Me
him.
too.
Okay?
Me too.
And then, did you ever put posters up in your room?
I wasn't allowed to.
Oh, I did.
You were allowed to have posters?
Yeah. But it would have to be like inside my closets and stuff.
Okay, so what did you have?
Oh man, what did I not have? Britney Spears, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, like all of like the pop stars of the time. Okay. And I remember once, okay, so there was this newspaper that would come in, and there was this one, we knew that like every Sunday there would be a big poster of like someone popular. Okay? So like that week we were like, oh, it's gonna be, I think it was Backstreet Boys or NSYNC, and me and my sister, we got into like an argument. We're like, oh, she's like, I'm gonna get it, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it. Okay. that day comes in and she got it, and then she cut it up, and then we were fighting over it, guys. We were fighting over a freaking piece of paper. Okay. We take that poster and she sticks it on her side of the closet. And I'm like, you're such a piece of shit. Okay, so I'm going to take it and stick it on my side. My dad is hearing this. Okay. My dad comes in, rips the poster off, crumples it up and throws it in the garbage. And he's like,
now no one gets it.
He's like, focus on other things in your life other than this stupidity. Like, for the love of God. Yeah. He's like, are you guys seriously like fighting over? It was really funny. Yeah.
Yo, sometimes I pull that on my kids.
Yeah.
When they're fighting over one toy, there's three of them.
Yeah. I would do the same
Okay,
thing.
and they're fighting over one toy. They don't want to share. Nobody wants to share. I take the toy away.
Yeah, it's
I'm
like, no one
no
gets
one's
it.
gonna get it.
I do that, or like with the kids, I'll be like, okay, you get it for 5 minutes, and I'll put the timer on, and then after 5 minutes, it's like you keep on switching, and then they get so sick of it anyway.
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy.
They're like, I just got it. How did
Yeah.
5 minutes go by so fast? I thought 5 minutes was longer because their concept of time is crazy. So
so
when we
funny.
were younger, we used to have this massive box.
Okay.
It was this big cardboard box.
Yeah.
And in it was just everything Barbie related. Barbie dolls, their clothes, their whatever.
love Barbie.
And it was like we would just throw shit in there. Like their hairs were like a mess or whatever. Like it was bad, okay? But it was our one Barbie box. And you know when that movie Mohabbatein came out?
Yeah.
So in it, there's three couples. There's three guys and three girls.
Yeah.
And we had like 8 Barbies or something. So we would divide them. So 3 of the Barbie dolls, because we didn't get men Barbies, we were not allowed, okay? So 3 of the Barbie dolls were the man, and then the other 3 were the other 3 like villains. And then we would like do the whole
Oh my
movie
God.
with our Barbie dolls.
Oh my god,
And we play Mohabbatein.
that's so wild. But your mom was probably happy because that playtime probably went on for 3 hours.
Yo, it was blessed. My mom was out here. She made all her dal chawal. She washed all her bartan. She even made a chicken kadai. She's like, oh, surprise dinner tonight.
Yo, that's actually so fun.
We would be in the room for hours. Could not bother us.
That's actually hilarious.
what we
But I
used
mean,
to
those are such like they're such good memories.
Yo.
They're so simple.
What? My sister and I, like me and my sister, we were not allowed to like color or cut or dye our hair. Obviously,
Okay.
we were like 6. Okay? But the way that I wanted to dye my hair, and I wanted a perm. I just wanted like crazy curly hair. And I was like, I literally told my mom, I was like, Mom, take me to the salon because I want to sit in there with curlers in my hair. Like,
Okay,
I
yeah.
wanted that. Okay.
Okay.
Mom was like, shut up. So me and my sister, we would take our colorful shalwars,
Okay.
we put them on our heads. And we'd be like, look at my hairstyle. And we'd be like, look, I dyed my hair blue. I dyed my hair blue. Oh my God. And we would walk around the house with shalwars on our heads.
Okay. I have to say, I've done that. Okay. And like, yo, if you are a Pakistani girl or a Desi girl and you haven't done that, you missed out.
You missed out.
You missed out because it was like one tong.
Yeah.
One
Peak childhood. Or sometimes you take the legs and you're
And you tie.
I'm like a big good. I walk
Oh
around
my
the
God.
house.
It's actually so
Oh my
funny.
God. This is childhood 101, man.
But like sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes it'd be like
Jokes.
that. All right, guys. So that's our episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. We are obviously going to be releasing another episode every Monday at 7 a.m. on Patreon. So make sure you guys follow us there and join that club. And make sure you guys are liking, subscribe to our channel, share it with everyone, please. We hope you guys have a wonderful week and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Okay, Ma.